Hi folks, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming it's because you're thinking about buying one of these Rubicon power wheelchairs. I'm an actual user. We bought one back about 2.5 months ago now. So we've had a chance to use it this summer. The plan was to buy one of these wheelchairs so that our grandson, who is partially paralyzed, one side of his body, he really can only use his right hand, to drive things, so we couldn't get the scooter style, which actually, those work pretty good in backyards and on the hills. We needed one, something like this, that he could drive one-handed and that we could fold up, put in the car, to take him places. That was the plan. Insurance doesn't like to buy these type of chairs. And then the waiting period for them is ridiculous. And then of course they gouge the buyers, and then the insurance company gets gouged. Doesn't work out for anybody. So we just decided we was going to purchase this chair ourselves. And we had $150 off on Amazon, because we had just opened a Amazon Prime Visa account. So we had $150 off, so we decided to buy it from Amazon. And we bought the DX14, which was actually hard to find on here, but there's a seller on here. I'm assuming he has some kind of affiliation with Rubicon. I don't know for sure, but he seems to have the specs, and the videos are pretty close too. The video he uses on here to show the product is similar to what Rubicon uses. But anyhow, this was the DX14 that we purchased. And looking back at the actual ad from what I bought, I'll show you the reasons why we decided to go with this chair, because we have a backyard that has a pretty good sized hill on it. And we needed something that was going to be powerful enough to get him up the hill. We were currently using a 12-volt ride-on car. And we couldn't go straight up the hill with it, but we have an angle that we can go up the hill, and it actually would get him all the way up the top. But now he's 10 years old, he's gotten bigger, and it was harder to get him up the hill with that. So we decided to bite the bullet. This chair at the time I bought it was $1,700. I see now it's $1,600. So they've taken $100 off of it. That's a lot of money for us, and it's going to take a while to pay that off. We could have sent the thing back, hopefully got our money back on it, but there are some uses for it that we're using it for. And I'll explain this a little later on in the video. You guys will get to meet Jackson, my grandson, who we bought the chair for. But I tested the chair with me in it first before I took him back on that hill, because I didn't know what the chair was going to do. Because their claim here is that it'll easily, it says it's the best in class power wheelchair with 330 pounds weight capacity. So I'm thinking, I'm 250, so it should move me around pretty good, right? Well, if you watched any of my previous videos, I've done some previous videos on this. We had some major fails. It definitely could not get me down the hill safely, and it couldn't even begin to get me up the hill. And there's a little incline. They're also claiming that this will go up to a 12-degree radius. But I had a hill down there. It was about 3 degrees, I would say, at the bottom of the hill. And I had to use my feet to help me get up on top of that. So this chair definitely, if you want the short answer, I mean, we're going to take you out and let you see how we're actually using the chair and how well it can work. But they're claiming this thing will hold up to 330-pound adult. And you'll see why I think that's bogus. That's the short answer. If you are 200 pounds, right around there or above, in the short answer, I'm going to say I would not have anything to do with this wheelchair. Because it's not going to get, and that's if you're planning on using it in all terrain like they claim. They claim right up here. They say it's a powerful engine. First of all, engines are combustion. This is electric, so it's a motor. It has premium real 300 watt times 2 dual motors with enormous torque. This is the stuff that got me to buy this thing, okay? It says it'll challenge any type of road, climb steep slopes with its posi traction capabilities. The Rubicon DX14 is easy and almost effortless on different terrains. And it talks about the magnets that's in it. Well, that right there is why we bought this. And we figured this chair was way oversized for our grandson. He's 70 pounds. but we needed something to get up a pretty steep hill. I don't know what the actual degree of this hill is, but we don't try to climb it with any type of wheelchair straight up. We always take an angle on it. And like I say, the angle is at a degree where a 12-volt ride-on car could get him up it. So that gives you an idea of how that works. But this thing will not, if you're going to use it for the backyard, you might as well forget it. It's just not going to work if you're 200 pounds plus. If you're on flat ground, now we did a video of it on the grass, and I drove him around the yard in it. The remote control, after we finally got the remote control working, why they don't just work out of the box, I have no clue. You're paying, $1,600 for this thing. They should have a remote that you put the batteries in, push the power button, comes on, right? No, I'm telling you, you got to have some skills to get this thing to work. And it took us using the second booklet that came with it to make that remote work. And I can just imagine what people have gone through with this. And that was another selling point for us, because I didn't know if he could actually handle this chair by himself. So I got one with a remote so he could, have some fun out in this. We drive him around the yard, and I did do it. So on flat ground in the grass, 70 pounds, this chair moved him around pretty nice. It moved him around pretty quick. If you're just going to use this in a house for doctor's appointments where you're always going to be on flat ground and such, I'm 250 pounds. It moves me around the house just fine. I can tell you that much. It'll move me on paved surfaces fine. It barely moved me on the flat ground in the backyard, but if it would happen to have been a little bit wet, no way would that have worked. And as soon as you get to a slight incline, at my weight, 250 pounds, you're not going to make it up a hill. I don't even know if you're going to make it up a ramp with this thing. The claims that they're making on this are ridiculous. And the guy they got using for the videos, he looks to me, he's really skinny. He's probably about 150 pounds, right around there somewhere. And they have him go up some fairly small grades with the chair. And then the one grade he did go up, they cut away from it right at the end, but it looked like he was about to stall out in the thing. Like it wasn't going to make it up, but they cut away from it really quick because they don't want you seeing how poorly it's actually going to do on inclines, even with 150 pounds. And you're going to see what it does with my grandson at 70 pounds. I'll take you out and show you. I'm not just going to make claims. You're going to see how this thing works. And at the end of the video, I'm going to make one last attempt out in the yard. And you guys can see how poorly this does with a 250 pound person. We decided to keep the chair because we can use it in the house. We can put our grandson in it. It does get him down the hill. He can't do it on his own. And I actually had a user make a comment, and I think it was probably somebody that's related to Rubicon in some way. They claimed that you have to finesse the chair, to get it to work. You definitely have to finesse the controller that's on it to put it at an angle, or it will even come close to keeping you straight as you go down a decline at an angle. If you're on an angle, so you're like this, you're okay. You go like this slightly, this is about the angle we have to go down our hill on. And if you get it in one particular spot, and I put stickers on this thing so my grandson could hit those spots. With him, it just barely will make it down the hill with him fighting it hard to keep it straight. Now with me, straight down the hill it takes you. And then, of course, they tell you you got to put it in first gear. Now, out of fairness, when I did the original video, I was in third gear. But I was in third gear because as soon as I hit the grass at the end of my ramp, which is downhill, it got stuck. It wouldn't go. So I put it in third gear, and then it just shot down the hill. I couldn't straighten it up in any way. And there's nothing I could do about it. And the wheels tried to lock a couple times, but they didn't. They spun, and I ended up going all the way down the hill. In one of my videos, you can watch that in the previous video. Probably going to happen again at the end of this video. So anyhow, I watch this, it makes me sick because I know what people are going through. If you're on this site and you're looking for a wheelchair, you've already been through the trouble of seeing how expensive good ones are. I mean, you're probably going to be in the $3,000-$4,000 range for a decent foldable power wheelchair. Now, there's a bunch of them on Amazon that's coming out of China that you can get from the $1,000 up to about what I paid for it. I paid about the top tier for one of these type of chairs. I paid $1,700 for this one, and this was one of their supposedly better and more powerful chairs that they had on their website. And I got burned, to be honest with you. It's just all there is to it. And I was worried that that would happen, but they claimed the thing had 300-watt motors. So I went overkill with what I bought to try to get this kid up this hill. And it makes me sick, makes me sad looking at this, that all the lies that they have on this page. I'm not going to show you the actual seller. I don't want to get into all that. You guys can find that stuff on your own when you're looking. But if you're trying to find a wheelchair, you're probably like me. You're either trying to find it for yourself, you're trying to find it for your family member, and you need it. So it breaks my heart, you know. Anyhow, I'm going to stop there. And I'm going to take you outside with my grandson. I'm going to introduce you to him and let you see how this chair actually does. And then we'll have a good laugh at the end with me trying to go down the hill at an angle and then back up the hill. And I'll show you how poorly this thing actually does. And hopefully it can save some of you, you know, close to a couple $1,000s. Because these people don't seem to care. They're going to gouge you. This is how they're making their living, and they don't care that they're telling a bunch of lies to trick you into paying for this thing. But I want you guys to know the truth, and I'm not just going to tell you with my words. I'm going to show you. Okay? All right, guys. Here it is, guys. This is the Rubicon DX14 we bought. It's actually a nice looking chair. And I want you to meet who's in this chair.
Hi.
Hi, Jackson. This is my grandson that we adopted, who's now my son / grandson, after some pretty traumatic things that have happened. But he's been left paralyzed in one side. So we wanted to get a chair that could get this boy outside here and down our backyard. So we're gonna show you how we do that with this chair. First of all, I'm gonna get the remote myself. After finally getting the thing working, I can use it for some things. You got to hold it until light comes on. First, I want you to see that we're not doing this with low voltage. This is a fully charged chair. Currently have this in speed 1, and there's those dots I put on. Those are the sweet spots for when you're going down the hill and up the hill. So we'll show you using these too. I'm gonna open the door and see how smoothly we can or can't get you out, buddy. Okay, Pap, will help you a little bit here. I go over that way. No, we're going back the other way. Wrecked right off the get. Okay, why don't you drive it? It's easier for you to drive it from there. Okay, left, this way a little bit more. Okay. Come on here, stop. Okay. So we had a little difficulty getting out the door. You want me to get you a hat, buddy? Yeah. It's pretty bright out here. I'm gonna get him a hat. We are back. We have a hat on, but here's where we're trying to go. We generally go down here to around the pool camper area. Here we have fires and things out there at our fire pit. And this is our flat yard. It's a big yard, and it does okay down here. We're going to show you some of the other difficulties. Okay, buddy. Let's slowly go left here. Keep going. You're doing good. Okay, straight a little bit. Straight now. A little more. Okay, a little more straight. Now back it up. To the right, straight, now left. Okay, now go straight. There we go. Okay, hold on here a second. I'm gonna make sure I got this thing zoomed back as far as I can get it. Okay, so I usually hold on to the chair. I usually do this with 2 hands, so we're gonna try to do this with 1 hand, which is a little scarier. But you can see this angle. Now we definitely don't wanna go that way. That's straight down the hill, it's pretty steep. But this angle is not so bad. 12-volt ride-on car will work with this. So we're going to take you down the hill here. Remember your blue dot, because the blue dot's where you're going to have to angle to when I tell you. So go down toward the camper. Okay, it already wants to go a little left. Keep going straight, buddy. Now we're in speed 1, because that's what they recommend. Okay, to the blue dot. Okay, go straight now. Straight, then blue dot. If you feel it curving, go to the blue dot. Blue dot. Okay, stop left. You gotta stop, go left now. Just all the way left. All right, now, there we go. So it can't hold it. Go to the blue dot, buddy. Now I'm pulling on this side too. Go straight. 70 pounds. Left. Okay, straight. If it goes to the right, just hit the blue dot. Okay, he's got it pointed toward the blue dot right now. I want you to see and understand. And we're almost flat. Okay, stop for a minute, buddy. Stop right there. I want to show you the angle we're at now. Very slight hill. We're at the bottom, not much of a hill at all, but he barely could keep this thing left. But we did get down the hill. Okay, up on the grade, all-terrain chair. Let's show them this all-terrain. Go ahead. Stuck?
Yeah.
All right, back up. I'll show you what we have to do. Put it in about 3. Sorry about the flash, and it does that with cameras. Okay, you're just gonna have to go fast, Papa. Hold on. There we go. Stop. Okay, so in 3, we made it down to our flat pit. Here's our pool. Here is our pit's down around the corner. So let's go down to the corner here, buddy. Let's keep it in 1. Let's go down to this opening. Straight, yeah. Straight through that opening, then go left around the camper. Because we can't take that angle, it's too steep. But matter of fact, no, let's go right a little bit. Let's go this way. Here, let's go on the other side of the camper, go that way. Straight, blue dot. Okay, we have a slight angle here. Blue dot. This is how we get to the camper. No way he could do this on his own. He has to be coached a little bit. Straight, left. Okay, let's go forward and left a little bit. Finesse, the guy said. All right, now we'll stop here for a second because I want you to see this. We had a gathering out here not too long ago. I'm winded just from helping that a little bit. That's why we had to get a chair. I mean, I've got health problems too. Up here by our chicken coop, this is a pretty steep hill. And we had a person come that was handicapped, and I don't know what her weight is, but she was heavy, and she was in one of those scooters, the little 4-wheel scooters. She had 2 scooters, she said, and this was the cheaper, smaller one. But she brought it, she got down that hill, down here to this fire pit, just fine. And then when it came time to go, I want you to see how steep this hill is. It's hard to tell, yeah, when you're looking through a camera, but that is a pretty good angle. That little scooter took it right up that hill, right up this level. They parked their truck up here. Parked the truck up there where that little apple tree is. Up this hill here. And that scooter took her straight up the hill. There was no angles involved. She didn't even have to come over this road. She went straight up the hill. So you think these powerful 300 times 2 watt engines, they call them, they're motors, would be able to pull a 250-pound guy like me right up there, right? These are the bigger motors, supposedly. No markings whatsoever on these guys. You can't even look it up. I don't really even know how to test these. I just know there's no markings, and I firmly do not believe that those are 300 watt. If it is, it's some kind of peak that it doesn't hold. It'd probably burn up if it stayed. I mean, I shouldn't say that for sure because I don't know. But I'm just telling you, these things are not as strong as what they're claiming. All right, buddy. So we got it in 1. Let's see if we can go up the hill here. Let me zoom back here a little bit. Let's see if we can strap up to that apple tree by the chicken coop, okay? 70 pounds. This is weight. Go straight up that hill. Papa's got you from behind. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. Straight up the hill. Okay, we're in 1. Nope, to the right, to the right. It just immediately wants to go left. Okay, just stop for a second. Let's put it in 2. See if we can get it in 2. 70 pounds. Okay, I got my hand off of it. So it is almost climbing it. So if you're a 70-pound person, you can get up the hills. All right, stop. Here's our chickens. Hello, ladies. How you doing today? And one says, hello, Papa. Anyhow, that's a different video. All right, so let's go back down, buddy. Go left. Put it back in 1. All right, you're in 1, okay? So let's go farther left here first. Go left. Let's go over here where we got more room. Okay, straight. We're going back down the hill. Okay, take a right. Okay, then I'm going to tell you, when you get on this hill, you go down this hill a little bit, then take your hand off, okay? So start going down, and I'll tell you to take your hand off. Left a little bit first. Okay, take your hand off. Okay, he went about 2.5 foot in 1. He's 70 pounds. Go on, buddy. Keep going. Yeah, keep going. I got you. Keep going forward so we can get down to the bottom of the hill. There you go. All right, now we're a little safer spot here. Stop. So, 70-pound person on that hill. Can you imagine this if you're out and you're invited to a party or something and you got your brand new Rubicon wheelchair, you weigh 200 pounds, and you have to go down a little grade like this to get to the fire. You would have stopped down here by this tree. That's what happened to me at 250 pounds. Vroom. He went about 3 foot before that thing finally stopped him. Okay, buddy. Keep going straight.
Stop.
Yeah, we'll stop and go right. Go right. There you go. I got my hand on this, guys. Go right. More right. There you go. See, we're at this angle again. Okay, straight now. And it barely can hold him at right. I'm holding tight too. Okay, straight. And the guy says in the comments, this chair needs finesse. You got to finesse this to make it work right. Claimed he had an actual user comment. Well, they're going to have users that ride around with stuff like this. Okay, stop, buddy. You know, on this, I'll show you in a little bit. It'll pull me on this just fine. It'll barely pull me on the flat ground out there. We're going to go out here for a second now too. It'll barely pull me on this. This little incline right here coming up to the pad. Nope. Had to use my feet. Okay, buddy, go ahead. Let's go out in the yard. I want to show him how there is benefits to this. Okay, right here, this is fine. Stop for a second, buddy. We can get him up here on this pole with this. I mean, I'm huffing and puffing, guys, just from what I did to keep him from, falling down this hill here. It took a lot of effort on my part, but it's a lot less effort than me pushing that wheelchair that we had to do for years. So this does have a little benefit for a child. For full-grown adult out here, if they're telling you this thing will go all terrain, steep inclines, it said. What do you think, Jax? Would this take Papo up a steep incline?
No.
You are correct. So even my grandson knows this, who's 10 years old. But let's show what we can do with this chair. So let's go out here in your yard, and Papo will get the remote, and we'll drive you around. Or you can drive yourself around, whichever you want to do. Keep going. Okay. He likes me to do it, because then he can just ride it and go, through all the bumps. Okay, keep going down, buddy. A little farther. Get you off this incline. Okay, stop right there. Yeah, we got a singer here. That's a Meatloaf. You singing some Meatloaf? He's a rocker. We karaoke every night, don't we, buddy? Okay, so we got this in one right now, right? I'm running it with the remote. Okay, I'm going to put this up to about 3, buddy. I clicked it 2 times up. And you're on flat ground now, so this is where it has its benefits. I mean, he used to ride his ride-on car out here and have fun. Now he rides this. This is probably why we kept this chair. Because he can do this, and I can control it from this distance. I tell you, when I couldn't get this remote working, so I put it up at 5 now. He's down there pretty good. It turns like a tank. When this remote wasn't working for me, I considered sending this back. Because I have to have control when he's that far away. Because if something happens, he loses control or decides he can't control it. He has his moments. That was in 5. What's that feel like, buddy? See how fast it's going in 5 on the ground? That's probably, I don't know, 3 miles an hour. They claim it goes 4. Maybe it does when there's nobody in it. It goes, we had, my granddaughter came out in the ride-on car. It goes 4 miles an hour, and this actually did at times go a little bit faster. So it probably does. It probably does go around 4, so. You wanna go around again? You wanna drive it?
No, I'll wait.
Okay, we're gonna go one more time around, guys. I may cut some of this out just to save a little time. I know this is a long video, but I just want you to see what this can do. I'm running it with this. Now, this remote, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't try to use this driving somebody on the angles like we've been on, because it will not hold it. It loses contact or something. I don't know what goes on with it, but it cannot hold an angle for a long period of time. And yes, you very much so have to finesse this one. This remote is I would say this is probably one of the cheaper things I've ever seen. The only thing that's cheaper than this is the actual charger they sent with this chair. That thing gets extremely hot. It's made of really thin plastic. It does work. It does charge the chair. All right, buddy. I don't have his feet out on this, so I don't want to... See, we're on a slight incline right now. And the grass is a little wet today because we did have some rain. So I'm going to get behind this going up the hill because it could be dangerous. I'm going to let you drive up the hill, buddy. Yep, we're going to go up around and back up to the house and finish the video up for these guys. They want the end of it. He don't want the end yet because he's having fun. But come on, buddy. Let's put this in. Okay, we ain't going to get up the hill in one, but we can get up in two, I think, maybe. Go ahead. Straight forward, buddy. Straight forward. No, straight forward. Yeah. We're going to show them this little hill. So right now we're going up probably about to the right. We'll go around the tree. Probably about a 3-degree grade. Okay, it's struggling. It's making it, but it's to the right some first. Let's go right first. More to the, okay. Okay, let's hold it right here for a second, buddy. You see I was able to I can actually hold this chair back. Powerful motors, they say. Okay. We're going to go up. Now you're going to be using the red dot. So when I tell you, that's your angle you have to hit. Okay? So you're going to go up and at an angle. So we're going up and at an angle in second speed. And it's okay, forward. It's trying to take him left. Yeah, we always do this in 3. Go ahead and hit one more. Okay, try that. Now, it is pulling him. Look how slow, but it is pulling him. Can you imagine if he was 200 pounds trying to go up that hill? First of all, there's no way you could keep it straight. Okay, back to 1, buddy. Sorry, tomato plants. Okay, it's going back in. Okay, straight. Okay, stop right there. We'll show them how good you are getting in. Wait a minute. Let's go back this way a little bit first. I gotta get the door open, honey. Okay, sir. I go that way. Straight a little bit. Now right. Just line it up. There you go, sir. Stop. So in the house, it does great. Stop, buddy. Back it up some now. Okay. All right. Now for the fun part. I'm going to take this chair out and show you how it does. Okay, guys, this is, I'm going to put my seatbelt on. This is going to be scary. I'd have to adjust it. Anyhow, this is a 250-pound man in this Rubicon DX14. I'm in speed 1. Let them see it here. First speed. Watch your sore toes. I don't run over them, honey. Okay. I'm going to try to fandangle this thing. See, it barely wants to stop me. I got my hand off of it. And I'm in speed 1 on this little, look at this. This is just a small grade, guys. Immediately stops, it says. In speed 1. I've already done this twice. It's scary. I'm going to try to use the finesse. Let's show them here this blue dot. I'm going to try to use the finesse the guy told me to use. And keep this thing at an angle. I'm going to try to go real slow. Now, if I don't go straight down that hill, I'll be extremely surprised, but we'll see what happens. Okay, honey, back. I have full charge. I mean, the only charge that's been used is what we used when we just came out here. This thing's fully charged. Okay. Okay, I have it left, all the way left right now in speed 1. And look what's going on, guys. I've got it all the way left. Is this chair stopping me? I got my hands on it. It just now stopped. Okay, I'll try to get back over there. Left. The only difference is last time I was in 3 and it couldn't stop me at all. And there it did stop. So that's good. No stopping. It finally stopped. I cannot go left, by the way. Now, can you imagine if you're a handicapped person and you don't have use of your legs, because I had to use my legs to keep myself from sliding around, and my arms to hold on tight to this chair. You've seen how many times it broke loose going down that hill. So this is, their claim is this chair will work well on all terrains with 330-pound person, right? I'm gonna drive around the yard to show you it can drive around in the yard. I'm about to put it up because it ain't gonna move very good. I'll put it in 5. Well, I can go around the yard, but let's see how we do going up this hill here. I'm trying to turn left right now. I can't go left. I'm gonna try an angle left. There we go. Maybe. I'm in 5, guys. 250 pounds. I'm in 5, and I am not even to the incline yet. I'm just at the beginning of the base of the incline. Well, here we go. It kicked in. Now, it wanted to go left down the hill. I'm completely left. Let's see if I can go forward some at an angle. I'm gonna lean forward because I didn't put the things out in the back. I don't want to tip backwards. Let's see if it can get me up this hill, guys. Here's the steepest part of this little hill. This is a little hill. Nope. We'll go left, flatten out a little bit, see if I can get, no. All right, let's see if we go backwards up the hill. Nope, you are stuck. If you can't walk and you're out here by yourself on a hill, out in nature trying to enjoy yourself, guess what? This chair just got you abandoned out here. I want to save people some trouble here. This thing is not what they claim it to be. No way those are 300-watt motors. And you've seen how I was doing the angles. Right now I've got full left. Full left. It cannot go left. I'm going down the hill now. This is a very mild hill, maybe 3 degrees. I can't get up this 3-degree hill. Now if I use my feet, this is how I had to do the last one. Can you do this? If you're handicapped, can you do this? Does this look like fun and safe? Does this look like a safe chair? I tell you, it's so frustrating for me. Oh, there we go. Now we're moving. See, I'm off flat ground. It barely wants to turn left, but it does go. 250-pound guy, you can use this in your house. You can use this on a flat driveway. You can take this into a hospital, things like that. But if you want to go up a hill, you show them this hill, honey. Come over here. Show them this angle. I'm going to go in 5th gear. I'll take it down to 1 because somebody's going to say, no, you got to keep it in 1. But I'll try 5 to see if I can get anywhere close up this hill. I'll show you how far I can go. I got the speed up this time. Okay, I just hit the angle slightly. Still going forward. And I'm leaning. Yep. I'm pulling right, but it's going left. Good boy! I'm in the peach tree. Sorry, people, you're in the peach tree. If you have a handicap and you can't stand up and get out like I just did. All right, here, guys. Here, I'm gonna put it in 1. Somebody's gonna say, no, you gotta finesse it in 1. So let's try that. Here I go. I'm pulling this way. Bye. Okay, so that right there is a 250-pound person. I'm gonna put my granddaughter in it now. She's just over 70 probably.
60.
60? Mm-hmm. Well, you're less than Jax. Okay, so use those angles and put it in about probably 3. We have to go in 3 up the hill. Okay, she's using the angle. I'm gonna take my hands off here a little bit. Okay. I might put it in 4, honey. Go 4. Fully charged, guys. Okay, I got my hands off. Oh, she's making it in 4. 60-some pound girl. 60-pound girl. What do you think? Is this a safe chair for a full-grown person? Okay, we made it up the hill with a 60-pound girl. There's the advantage this chair has for me, is it helps me get my grandson up the hill. Let's see if I can just get to this little, I'm uphill right now. Let's see if I can get downhill to this. Nope. Use my feet. Yeah, it's funny, But at the same time, guys, this is so sad. These people are gouging people. It's not just Rubicon. There's many sellers out there selling these Chinese chairs. And, you know, I buy a lot of things that are from China, but this thing right here, no. Okay, look. I'm on this little incline. I can't go right. There we go. I'm trying to go right. I'm going to put it in speed 3 to try to go right. No. 4. There we go. Speed 4, I can move this thing. It's probably about a 1 degree grade. Back up here, see if I can get in the house. I've just been through the worst experience of my life if I'm handicapped. Nope. There, I'm in the house, guys, but look, I'll show you this much. Get back for a minute, buddy. I don't want to run you over with this tires. If you're in the house, you're 250 pounds, and this is all you need this chair for, this is where I'm going to give them an okay. Because this chair is going to cost you probably at least $1,700 less than any of the chairs that's made in the USA. Now, I can't turn right in 1, so let's go 2. No, 3. I'm in 3rd, and I'm trying to go right. Just now going, okay. So 250 pounds, even in your house. Do you want a chair that you got to turn up to 3rd speed, 4th or 5th, just to go in your house? Now, granted, it's probably wore a lot of the battery down, even though it's still showing full charge. We went out twice on those hills, and I'm sure it did a number on the lithium batteries. They do heat up and stuff. You know, I've installed a lot of solar and things of that sort, so I know about the lithium batteries. And I guarantee you, these are not A grade, top grade like they claim on the website. Do you guys really want us to take this battery compartment apart and see what batteries are actually in this? Do you really think I'm going to believe that you put grade A batteries in this? I don't believe it. I'm frustrated right now a little bit, guys. You know, because, yeah, when you spend $1,700, that's not even the worst part. I bought this for this boy right here so he didn't have to do this. This is how he gets around on his knees. Yeah, I try to make things easier for him, and does, getting up that hill. So it is frustrating. I hope, say, if you're under 200 pounds, this is probably going to get you around in your house okay. You've seen what I look like in this chair, right? 250-pound adult. And they're saying a 330-pound person can sit in this chair and get around. I wonder if anybody's already done this. Try to buy one of these chairs, being heavy like that, and fully incapable of walking, and got out here and got stuck. I'd like to know if anybody has went through this, because these people shouldn't be able to get away with this stuff, guys. I mean, I'm going to give it a little plus about a couple of things. This thing is well built. The chair itself, as far as the metal framework goes, and the welds, it's not bad, guys. These motors are junk. I'll tell you that right now. But the welds, the craftsmanship is really good. I don't mind these tires, even though they're inflatable tires. The front ones aren't. Those are full out rubber. The cushions, if you want to know about that, this is a nice thick cushion that just Velcros on. Can wash it, take it out, whole 9 yards. That part's nice. It's got these nice little places to put things. These little bags on the side that we almost never use, but this one back here we use a lot. There's glasses in it, remote. I got a video on how to program this remote, guys, and I'm just going to tell you right off the get, I'm sorry you have to go through it if you bought one of these, because it is insane that they don't have these work right out of the box. Already matched with your chair. That's completely insane. For the price you pay for this, this should have a remote, you put batteries in and go. Simple as that. This thing does not. The only thing, this wasn't plugged in when we got it, which it wasn't supposed to be. These were, but this one was half plugged in, so it wasn't working right. If you're getting errors, it's probably what it is, your connections here. This is how you unhook it to fold it down. They say you can fold this down in 3 seconds. Well, I did a video on that too, guys. And you got to be strong. You're not going to do this if you're handicapped. You're going to have a hard time folding this chair down. If you can do it, I think that's awesome, guys. If you can do this, you know, being handicapped, and still fold this thing down on your own, that's surprising because I struggled with it. And I'm 250-pound big guy. And you got to watch it, because when you go to pull this thing, you can only pull it from one side. This will become your handle. And if you don't have that thing on the right direction, this thing's going to unfold on you and crack your shins like it did mine. I made some mistakes with it already. Anyhow, guys, I'm going to end the video. I want you all to see the follow-up. This is a 2.5 months after we bought this chair. It looks good. I keep it clean. I almost never take it out when it's slightly wet. It's slightly wet out there right now. But you need to know what it'll do, because they're claiming it's going to go through rain, snow, mud, everything. There's no possible way this chair is going to get a full-size adult through the rain, through the mud, through the snow. If you want something for your house, you're under 200 pounds, there's the story right there. This chair will be okay for that. If you're buying it for your kids, it does have benefits. That's why we've kept it. It helps us get up the hill. But if you're bigger than these guys, 10-year-old, 70 pounds, my granddaughter weighs a little bit less than them. That's about the, I hate to say it, that's just about the maximum. And I still wouldn't try to drive this out in a yard that has any kind of hills by yourself. If you're that weight, you're going to have somebody behind you to help you, because you're going to get stuck. But with that weight, you can at least work your way out of it with somebody helping you. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching now.